UTALK family, what go on? What go on? This your boy D with another live show with UTALK. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no me. Without you, baby. Gang Nation, what's going on? UTALK family, what it do? What it do? What's going on? What's going on? I'm bringing somebody in tonight, man, real soon, man. He's back. He's back. I say he's back. My guy is back, y'all. He's back in the building, and I'm going to be bringing him in real soon. Let me start off by saying, get well soon to my mother-in-law, Miss Janita Jackson, man, is in the hospital, man. Get well soon, mother-in-law. I love you, man. We love you. And I want to give some special happy birthdays out to my mother, Linda English. And I want to give another birthday shout out to my aunt, Sharon Lewis. Happy birthday to you both. I love you guys. And a big happy birthday shout out to Kyle Stalling, man. And we about to get into it tonight. Like I said, he's back. It's UTALK, baby. Let's go.
It's UTALK, baby. It's UTALK, baby.
Let me bring him in without any further ado. Y'all welcome my brother back to the show. Mr. Larry Frank Jr. is back in the building, man. UTALK family, he back, man. He back, man. And we love you, brother, man. We love you, man. What's going on, Larry Frank Jr., man? Talk to us, big dog. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, look, first things first, man. I love you, brother. I love the UTALK family. Love all y'all. Love all y'all, man. Like I say, man, this was an emotional 2 weeks. Really, it's been emotional, really 30 days, man, coming straight off of the hurricane on the 29th. And then just, 30 days later, the sudden passing of my pops. So, hey, Trella, how you doing? So, yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough. But, I took my time and did what I had to do. And, like I say, I got so much love and support and prayers from the family. And like I said, that's what got me through. So we back, man, so hey, let's get it.
Most definitely, man. Latrella Stoudemire, what up, man? Troy Woodard, my cousin, man. Lakeland, Florida in the building. Latrella down there in Tampa, Florida. What it do, man? What's going on, man? It's Miami versus North Carolina tomorrow, Larry Frank, man. It's the hype show, man. We came fans, man, regardless of what's going on, man. But it's a lot that's been going on, man, that we need to touch base up on, man. So, Larry Frank, I'm going to let you get into what you do. Do your thing.
All right. Well, I was out, but I was still watching, everything. So I'm going to before I get into tomorrow, I'm going to be real quick with everything that didn't happen leading in tomorrow to kind of set up tomorrow. Obviously, the first thing, I saw the Virginia game. I missed the first quarter. Matter of fact, me and you, D, we was on the phone. I was coming home from taking care of business, but I missed the first quarter, but I got home in time to watch it. And I did see the second quarter, and I saw how it ended. Thank you, Latrella. I appreciate it.
Larry Frank, real quick. I'm not to cut you off. I'm gonna let you get right back to it. Josh Ayers, check your email, bro. I sent you the link to the show. I want to bring you in tonight. Click on that link at 8:20, man. I want you to call in and give us your take. Like I said, you guys, man, y'all hit up the email at UTALK Sports Show. I want Latrella, you too. All of y'all send your emails because I want to bring you guys in. We get to talk to you guys on the phone. We want to see some of y'all, man, and we want to be able to let you guys be a part of the show. So most definitely, man, there's the email address. You guys email me sometimes to be able to come on the show for like 5 minutes and talk to us and give us your take. We want to hear from you. Sorry about that, Larry Frank. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. Absolutely. Definitely want to hear from the fam. Definitely want the face-to-face. But getting back to, where we were, while I was out, I was able to watch the Virginia game, and I don't want to harp on it too much, but I just kind of want to point out some things that I saw. First thing was TVD actually looked good once he found that rhythm. The problem was it took so long for him to find that rhythm. But once he found it, looks like everything was starting to come together for him. So I just want to use that to kind of reference into tomorrow. The offense has to come out blazing. Like you can't take that time to try to feel yourself out. You've had 2 weeks. You knew King wasn't playing. It got confirmed that King is out for the season. Garcia's still out for another week or two with that surgery issue or whatever. So when it's all said and done, guess what? It's TBD time. So, hey, man, if you want to be the man, this is your time. Josh Ayers, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that down the line. Just hold that thought. Hold that thought. But one of the things that I was not happy with in the Virginia game was how bad the defense was again, how the DBs were getting beat again. Just
hold on, Larry friend. Cuban Kane. Yeah, we're gonna take calls around 8:25, man. Josh Ayers is gonna join the show at 8:20. I think he is. Josh, are you coming on at 8:20? What's up, Stevie Byers? What's good, brother? If Josh come on at 8:20, then right after that, Josh will be on for 5 minutes. Josh, let me know what you're gonna do. But yeah, we're definitely taking calls around 8:25. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah. So like I was saying, man, the defense just same song and dance that we've been seeing. And the thing that really aggravated me about that, the offense, had it been able to click better, our defense was actually getting stops. But once Virginia got hot, the defense couldn't stop anybody. So you were back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. What's up, J.O.? How you doing, bro? How you doing? So if essentially, you get down to the end, and this is what really, I mean, I was going through my thing, at the time, having lost my father, but I was still angry when I saw this sequence. You, the very end of the game, is your game to win. You first down. Thank you. Oh, that's your mom. Happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate it. You get to the very end of the game, and it's your game to win. All you had to do first down with like less than 2 minutes, punch it in. But what does Manny do? Manny does what Manny does. He screwed up, iced his own kicker. And my thing is, people I saw were coming down on Borregales, but I'm sorry. I get it. He should have hit that chip shot field goal to win it. But at the same time, I'm not going to get on him because he shouldn't have even been kicking a chip shot field goal. He should have been kicking a PAT because we should have went in the end zone. So I use that example to tie into tomorrow. We need better decision making by Manny. Don't play, or should I say, don't coach not to lose, coach to win. Let's get this offense started. How you doing, Chris Malone? How you doing?
What up, Chris?
Army had my button. I'm gonna get to that too. Trust me, I'm gonna get to that as well. We gonna cover all of that because, like I say, this is this week. So much stuff that happened. We about to jump into it, but just to segue from the Virginia game to tomorrow, and it's like this: we can't go North Carolina tomorrow. They're coming off of an L to Florida State. They're looking to rebound. They're mad. They're angry. They got our number. They lead the all-time series 13-11. We're in their house. Your boy, the quarterback, Sam Howell, I'm hoping he don't look like a Heisman Trophy winner because it looks like everybody we play. We make them look like Heisman finalists every time we play them. And it's always no-name guys that our defense just can't seem to cover, and we make them just look like superstars. What's up, bro?
Eric Myrick, what's up, man? That's our brother. E. Myrick, what's up?
E. Myrick, what's up? So what I'm looking for tomorrow is I'm looking to see if Manny can actually do a job of coaching. I'm trying to see if he can do it. We'll get to that, J.O. We'll get to that too. I'll tell you, we're gonna cover all that before the end of the night. We're gonna get all of that. But that's the main thing I'm looking for. I'm looking to see how things go tomorrow. The reason why is because you've had so much drama in the last 2 weeks. I mean, let's get into it. It was just reference. The decommitment. You Fegans decommitted. Open his recruitment back up. Now, on top of that, you got Chris Graves, who's committed currently for now, but he's on Instagram rocking a Gators hat. Yeah, I get it. He's visiting, but at the same time, why go on Instagram and rock a Gators hat? So I don't trust that. I'm looking at that. Also, let's look at Skinner, the #1 tight end in the country. He took Alabama. He picked Alabama. And here's the thing about that. By him committing to Alabama, what I don't understand, I mean, I get it. You want to play for a national championship? Cool. I get it. But let's be honest. Alabama for the most part, and Miami for the most part, the way they utilize the tight end is so much different. If you're looking to build your personal brand and give yourself an opportunity to get to the NFL, you go to Miami, because at Miami, you're going to pass catches. You're going to catch passes. I'm sorry. At Alabama, you're going to run block. You may catch a few. You might get some red zone action, but you're not going to be able to stretch the field and get that burn and get that shine like you would at Miami, because at least you're going to be a featured part of the offense. And Skinner coming in, listen, Mallory will be gone next year. Arroyo, in my opinion, will be the top dog. You still have Brantley and Hodges, but I think Skinner coming in is minimum number 2 behind Arroyo right now, if he wouldn't unseat him. But I get it. I understand why you go to Alabama. And then let's last Saturday night, did anybody see Shamar Stewart rocking the Texas A&M hat?
Yeah.
Remember what we said a couple of months ago when we were highlighting recruiting? Shamar Stewart was Miami's to lose. I'm hoping we haven't lost him. Who knows?
I don't think he's coming, bro. That's just me.
I don't think so either, because when you look at how the freshmen and the younger players have been kicked to the curb, and now Manny, next thing right now we're going to get into, trying to do damage control. Manny around here talking about, he's trying to, the locker room is not lost and all of this and all. J.O., I'm going to touch on that too. When I tell you I'm touching on this stuff, I'm touching on all of it. Just hold tight. We're going to get to that. But getting back to the situation, when you think about, how this whole situation is starting to unfold, Manny's talking about, the locker room is still there. The locker room is still together. There was a quote unquote fight a few weeks ago in practice. There's division. You've got players entering the portal. Now, I ain't mad at the ones, because it's going to be Sam Brooks, Pope, and Wiggins. But you have others that are rumored to also be going. We don't know who those guys are, but there's supposed to be a couple of more guys entering the portal. Right. And I just saw a little bit before we went on that Miami's not even contacting the high-profile recruits anymore. I saw a tweet that it came out just like about an hour ago. So It's being said, like I say, Manny's trying to do damage control, but at this point, it's too late, because when you should have done what you're trying to do now, you're only doing this to save your job. Like it couldn't be more obvious. Your job is over. The board already said they're going to support you through the end of the season. You know what that means? That's the nice way of saying you're fired after the last game. Now, a lot of people are saying, and I get it, fire Manny now. Fire him after his next loss. Here's the situation. I want to put this out for everybody to understand. You have USC, who's already looking for a coach. They're on the open market. However, add to the mix LSU. I'm down here in Louisiana. O is done. O is fired. They don't know when they're going to do it, but O is done. Publications are coming out. The people in Baton Rouge don't like him. They never really did like him. And that one national championship does not outdo the homecoming loss to Troy, the loss last year at home to Mississippi State, the loss to Mizzou, the loss earlier this season to UCLA, the loss to Auburn, who's not that good. O just isn't a great coach, never has been a great coach. He just happened to have a great year with a stack load of players.
And a good offensive coordinator.
When Brady bought the Saints offense, he brought the Saints offense here. And the only reason that happened, when he brought it here to LSU and brought it to Baton Rouge, O had a contact with the Saints on the defensive staff that recommended Joe Brady. Joe Brady wasn't even making 6 figures when he was with the Saints doing the offense. When you saw what you saw at LSU 2 years ago, that was all Joe Brady. That was not Ed Orgeron. And think about this. Joe Burrow's last 2 choices before he went to LSU when he transferred out of Ohio State was LSU and North Carolina. LSU had more dogs. He went down there with Jamar Chase, Terrace Marshall, Jordan Jefferson. Come on now. But if he would have went to North Carolina, he still would have smoked us because he's that good. So at the end of the day, I say all that to say this. LSU is going to be another team that's looking for a head coach at season's end. Now, this is why, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, you do not fire Manny mid-season. The reason being is you're going to have other high-profile schools, LSU, USC. Jury's still out on FSU. We got to see how they finish. It could happen. It may not. We don't know. But for sure, USC and LSU are going to be looking for coaches. If you fire Manny right now, any coach that you try to highlight, big name coach, a la Lane, a la Mario, because I put a publication in one of the groups that said LSU is looking at Lincoln Riley and Mario. Those are two guys that they want. Mario's going to be in play. USC is going to make a play for Mario. If you fire Manny right now, while those other two schools haven't, well, USC has, but while LSU rather hasn't, that's if everybody forgets, every coach has an agent. The agent is going to use the other school for leverage. The leverage that they're going to use is this school, being USC and LSU, has more money than Miami. Now, when I say that, we've been talking about this. Yeah, we know Miami got money, but the money is not going all into the football program. The money is going into the academic side, the medical program, the engineering program. There's only so much money they're going to set aside for the football program, whereas LSU, USC, and any other big name schools, they've got enough money going into their academic programs, but they have a substantial amount more into their football program. So if you fire Manny right now, you better have a coach agreed upon somewhere that's going to take that job that LSU or USC don't want, because what's going to happen is they're going to go in and the agent is going to leverage, and this is what they're going to probably say. Oh, well, yeah, I could have Mario talk to y'all, but you know what? LSU, they're ready to give him $8 million. What can you do? And you know Miami ain't going to match that. So at the end of the day, guess what? You may as well just stick it out, keep Manny, let the train wreck happen till the end of the season, can them, and then take it from there. Because any high-profile guys you want, you're not going to get. If you can Manny, you can forget about Lane. You can forget about Mario. Some of these people want Urban. I don't know why, but if he becomes available, you can forget about him. And for the sickos that want John Gruden, you can forget about him, because I've seen that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you can, Manny, you better make a play for a Loxley, a Napier, or a Chadwell out of Coastal Carolina, possibly a PJ Fleck, because
and possibly
guys,
a Hugh Freeze too.
Possibly Hugh Freeze, because these guys are not on the radar. Well, Napier is on LSU's radar. And Napier is waiting, I really believe. And that's why I was like, you know what? You better offer Napier. If I'm sorry, I'm going to go out on a limb right now. Mark it right here. October 15th, 2021 at 7:18 Central, 8:18 Eastern, wherever y'all at. Billy Napier will be LSU's next head coach. I'm calling that. I don't think we get him. I think he's going to be at LSU, because that's the guy I personally wanted, because I'm down here. I'm watching what he's doing at Louisiana. But once again, you know, it's what he wants. So we'll see how that situation ends up. But I'm not looking too forward to how that ends up, because you got too much competition out there. I'm not really worried about USC, because USC is very similar to Miami. It's a big brand. They haven't been, good for a long time. They're way on the West Coast, similar city lifestyles. They don't really concern, but a team like LSU, they're in the SEC, 2 years removed from a national championship. They have no major Power 5 competition in the state of Louisiana. They get the best of the best in Louisiana, and they pull the best of the rest out of the SEC that don't go to Alabama. So that's just how I feel about that. So my personal opinion, I don't like him, but hey, ride with him. You have to ride with him till the end of the season.
My question, man, what happened with Rump, man? I heard some stuff about Mike Rump, man, getting arrested, man. What was going on with that?
I heard it was a computer error, but initially it was 30 tickets, 30 parking tickets unpaid. I don't know, 30 something. I didn't really pay attention. All I know is he got arrested, and that's a bad look but I think it was a glitch. I think it was a computer glitch later on. I'm not sure because once I saw that they said it was like a computer glitch, I kind of didn't follow that story anymore. So anybody in the chat that knows more, please enlighten us about that. Call in, email in or whatever. Let us know. But even if it was a glitch, it still happened at the wrong time. You didn't need that negative press because when you got one of your main recruiters that's making headlines is getting arrested, you already got enough stuff going on. And then to top it off, you got the De'Aaron King injury situation. That burns me up because if you go back to the Michigan State game, we all saw it. We saw when he got hurt. We saw the shot that he took. We saw him go into the locker room. And what gets me is if a player goes into the locker room or a player goes into the tent, obviously there's some sort of medical issue that's serious enough. What's up, Sigmund,
man? What's up, brother? Appreciate it like always for the donation, bro. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the dono, Sigmund. Thanks for the dono. If you have a player,
how long? Hold on, real quick, Larry. How long does Blake James have on his contract? That's a good question.
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know that. I can't tell you that.
Let me give you another one. Latrell, I got you. One of our queens of UTALK, man. Do you guys think if they fire Manny, would that be another knock on our recruiting? I think it's going to be a knock either way it goes, Latrell. Whether he stays or goes, definitely, because if he goes, I mean, we losing. If he stays, you know what I'm saying? We losing right now, man. It don't look like it's on the up and up either way it goes. So I don't think guys are going to want to come regardless, man. So I think either or, if he stay or go, it's going to be a knock. That's just my opinion. What you think?
You're at 54th. You felt with the Fegans decommitment, you went down to 54th nationally. And as I just read, there was a tweet right before we came on that somebody reported that they stopped doing.
Look at Josh Ayers. Hold on real quick. Well, we got some dogs. Latrell, this for you, Latrell. What if Utah boys?
Josh.
Hey, Josh Wild, man. Go ahead, Larry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna put it back up, y'all, man.
Yeah. Put it back up. Put it back up for Josh, man. I mean, keep Josh happy. But with Fegan's decommitment, that dropped the national ranking down into the 50s. And like I said, I saw the tweet. It just came out. I don't want to say who it was because it is a personality that doesn't always get the best. They're generally reliable, but they're not respected. Let's go.
All right. Is Utah? Call us, state your name and where you calling from.
Sit up right quick. Just sit up right quick. Let's skip all the pleasantries, Mr. Utah, Mr. Devin. How you doing, Mr. Devin? I haven't talked to you in a while.
How you doing, sir? What's up, Mr. Cuban Kane, my brother, man? How you doing, brother?
How you doing, sir? I'm
good, bro. What's on your mind tonight, Cuban Kane?
Hey, man, I'm just seeing how you doing. You look all fluffed down. What happened to that ugly ass shirt you had on last couple times? What happened to them ugly ass black and gray colors? What happened to them?
Hey, bro, I'm still wearing my black and gray, bro. I'm 3-2. I'm still better than your Miami Dolphins. Laugh, Frank. Do you hear him, Laugh, Frank? Say it again. Yo, who? Who you say? Yo, who?
And my Bears beat the Las Vegas Racists. That's what we want to call it now.
Laugh, Frank. How can I? Laugh, Frank. How can I beat this guy, man? He say he a Chargers fan. I thought he was a Dolphin. I mean, how do you just become a groupie all of a sudden, man? Latrell, help me, Latrell. This man is the biggest groupie we got in the family. What's going on?
The Las Vegas Racists got beat down by my Chargers, and they got beat down by my Bears. You know, that's what happens when you're the Las Vegas Racists. That's what we're going to start calling you now, the Las Vegas Racists.
Listen, Christmas couldn't have game any faster for me, man, because I didn't like John Gruden. You already know that, man. I'm glad they fired.
You were crying all in the corner.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think we'll actually be a better team. He can take that prehistoric playbook with him and them play calls that he just like Rhett Lashley as well. But how can you call up here talking about my team? And I think you what 1-4?
They 1-4. They 1-4.
I thought they was 1-4. I thought they would. I mean,
my Chargers only lost one game this year. I know you're talking about. So
his Chargers lost
one game this year.
Latrell, what is wrong? Latrell got a kick out of your little slang, man. What do you say? The Las Vegas racists? Latrell, don't laugh at that. Don't give him no ammo, Latrell, man.
Hold up. I got a beef right here.
Jeff O'Neal, yeah, he talking junk too, and he 1-4. Yeah.
Mike Tomlin need to get out that city dump in Pittsburgh to the game. Hold up, man. Leave my coach alone, man.
Nah,
let me tell you something. No, listen. You can open his email.
Put money on him.
Let me tell you something. You can open Mike Tomlin emails. His emails is clean. Open Manny email. That's what we need. Let's see if Manny got something up in there.
But my question is, how is it that the guys that are 1-4, man, how they calling up here talking junk though? How can the Miami Dolphin fan call up here and say anything to us, Larry Frank? Especially this gentleman that we got on the phone, y'all. This is Mr. Cuban Kane, y'all. Mr. 1-4, Miami Dolphin, him fails.
UTALK, baby.
I've been a Chargers fan since Nate Traw me. I've been a Chargers fan since Nate Traw.
He went all the way back. You see it? He went back to Nate Traw me. You see it?
Come on, man.
Well, you a groupie, man. Man, I'm done with you, Cuban. Tell us what you want to see out of your Miami Hurricane tomorrow with
that man say he got a Dan Fouts football card in his collection.
Yeah, he was Dan Fouts back there. Yeah, he way back there, right?
No, but just quick thing. Don't you think Manny kind of sabotaged this year with recruiting? Like, before he was recruiting a lot, right? I think he knew his job was on the line. He didn't recruit anybody, and it's like, whenever this next coach comes in, we have no recruits. We have what? How many South Florida players on our class? Probably what? 0? We have no South Florida players. Everybody else is from out of state. So, hell, we might have 1 or 2 commitments by December. And that's my thing with Manny. It's like, you're not protecting the program.
Right.
You should have been playing these young dudes a long time ago. You're recruiting these players. Yeah, you're recruiting these players from every other state except Miami, Broward, and Fort Lauderdale. I'm not saying Miami, Fort Lauderdale are the best recruits, but that should be the core of your class. But he kind of sabotaged this year, man, and I don't appreciate that. It's like, if you're gonna get fired, but don't hurt my program. And it seems like he's hurting the program on purpose, and that's real messed up. So I just hope. I think TVD is gonna ball tomorrow. I really do think so. And it's really, if he does ball tomorrow, this is gonna bring a bigger light on Manny. Because it seems like all these young boys are ballers, and you had them on the bench.
And you had them on the damn bench. Yep.
And you had them on the damn bench, and it's like, then you got to question his, like, what are you doing here, man? But I'm excited and nervous about tomorrow, but let's see. So yeah, that's all I really had. I just want to talk about the Las Vegas races,
listen,
and how my Chargers, That's all I want to talk to you about. I do not respect you, bro.
You're a groupie, man, Cuban K, man. Like, how you just going? I ain't heard you say nothing about the Dolphins. Why you ain't said nothing about the Dolphins yet, man? Hello?
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. All right,
you see him last night. You see Jeffrey O'Neal. This is your homeboy, Jeffrey O'Neal. You see how he done jumped up the bandwagon? You're 1-4 Dolphins, but you want to call up here and talk about me. You know what I'm saying, man? Ain't that something, Larry Frank?
Hey, all I'm gonna tell you.
How Los Angeles Sparks looking like, Devin? How they do this?
Hey, all I'm gonna tell you. Cuban, all I'm gonna tell you. Don't y'all mess around there and let Jacksonville get that first win, man. You think Urban around there grinding on strippers. You don't be responsible for that man marriage getting bust up.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's a lost cause, man. The Dolphins should have traded for Watson or Aaron Rodgers or, that's just a bad organization. I can't. Dolphins and the Hurricanes are the same team. Man. I can't debate, right? When I talk to my Florida State buddies, Alabama, I can't say nothing, man.
We can't even talk junk. You're right.
Yeah, it's like,
Cuban, I got a question.
Sure.
Cuban. Do you think Flores is on the hot seat, or do you think he's his days are numbered now?
The GM should be on the hot seat for drafting Tua.
Yeah,
that's, I don't know what Alabama quarterback has ever been good except Joe Namath. So it's like you should have never drafted a guy with a broken hip that's 5'2".
Right.
So.
Well, you support your quarterback. That you drafted him, you support him. That's your damn quarterback. You support it.
Hell no. You support John Gruden. If I
Absolutely not.
If I support my
Negative.
All right, so
hey man, hey, listen, Cuban man. Hey, before you get off, man, listen, man, send your email, man. We want to bring you into the show sometime too, bro, so we can see you and talk to you, man. Send your email.
We'll do that, and I'll bring my dolphin and hurricane gear on. That way you can know what style looks like.
And that way, yeah, we can talk about you real good. Then you got all that ugly dolphin stuff on, definitely.
All right, fellas.
Later.
Take it easy.
You became stupid.
It's UTALK, baby.
Let me shut Josh Ayers back up again. Look at Josh. Latrell.
Put a picture back up. Boy, Josh a fool, boy. Josh a fool.
Josh, stop, man. Josh, stop it, man. Let Latrell just enjoy the show. She chilling tonight, man. What are you talking about? Some serious, boy. Hey, what a boy, wow, man. But no, go ahead, laugh, right, man. Hey, go ahead with it, though, man. So, what you want to see tomorrow, bro? What you want to see tomorrow, man? North Carolina, Miami, man. I mean, what you looking to see, man, out of the team?
I want to see, and shouts out to Cuban Kane for calling out the recruiting aspect of it with Manny sabotaging, but he made a good point. I want to see if Manny is really just throwing his hands up and letting this team go to what, because he knows he's out of here. He knows his days are numbered. He knows. I mean, if I'm Manny Diaz and I know my days are numbered and I know that eventually I'm gonna be out of here, you know what I'm doing? I'm trying to set myself up to get a job elsewhere, because I might be wrong, but I thought I saw somewhere that if they fire him, they don't have to pay him a big portion of what is perceived to be remained of his salary. I don't want to confirm that, but I know I saw that somewhere. So if I'm Manny, I'm trying to get myself in position to get another job somewhere, even if it's just a linebacker coach. So, I mean, if he's just totally letting the program go to what, and he's not recruiting anymore, because like I said, I mean, Cuban said it. They sabotaged it. I read that tweet where they said they're not contacting players, the high-profile recruits anymore. It's almost like, he's just like, you know what, I'm going to just, finish this thing out, and it is what it is, because, the team then pretty much, in my opinion, I think the team then quit on him, because you got the upperclassmen that's disgusted, transferring, entering the portal. You got the young guys who almost transfer. You saw the Leonard Taylor rumors a few weeks ago. He was thinking about transferring, or the rumors was out that he was going to leave. He was getting his papers together. They played him, which essentially, made him happy. You had all this talent sitting on the bench, and you wouldn't play him for no reason, whatsoever. You wouldn't put him in the game. Look what it took to get him in the game. It took injury. It took injury to De'Aaron King to get TVD in that game, to get him in that rotation. That's what gets me. If De'Aaron King never gets hurt, I promise you, he never comes off the field. They would have kept against Central Connecticut State. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm going to say this much, because going back to what Cuban said, without having any recruits, okay? If that were to happen, you know what the next coach would need to do? Do what Mel Tucker did. Mel Tucker hit that portal and work with what he had left.
Yep. Yeah.
And Mel Tucker being a good coach, what does he have? He has the 10th ranked team in the country. They fooled me, because after last year, I didn't think Michigan State was all that.
Sigmund, man, thanks for the love, bro. Go ahead and read it, Larry.
Okay, appreciate the dono, Sigmund. Appreciate the dono. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but I heard T-Rob walked out on a coaches meeting with Manny. Preach on that, Mr. Frank, sir, if you don't mind. I read something to that effect, and I'm glad you brought that up, Sigmund. I'm going to go ahead on and address that. I didn't hear the gist of what happened, but there were rumors that T-Rob may not be here. Ed Reed put a tweet out that says, "I'm not a coach, ... yet." So the belief is that Ed Reed, or not the belief, but I guess the aura, I should say, is that T-Rob may no longer be here after the season, and Ed Reed is going to elevate into that DB coach's role, which is what I said he should have been all along, from day one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wasn't mad at I wanted T-Rob because T-Rob is a great coach. But before T-Rob was even in the equation, I really felt that Ed Reed would have been that guy to be the DB coach. But you gave him the role that you
Manny. I mean, because we can't even sit here and rule T-Rob out, man, because it's Manny letting these boys coach, man. It still look like the same Manny Diaz defense that we've been watching the last 3 years with the cornerbacks playing 7 and 10 yards off the ball. We know this ain't a T-Rob, taught defensive backfield, man. We've seen him at Florida and we've seen him at South Carolina. So that's the thing. Like, will we be able to watch Ed Reed coach? Hopefully Manny won't be there. On whoever they decided to bring in next year, to where we can actually let the guys coach that they bring in,
But I'll say this. If Ed Reed would have gotten that position, do you think Manny would have told Ed Reed what to do and would have intimidated? I'm not saying he intimidated T-Rob, don't get me wrong, but he had some influence over T-Rob's coaching to see how the secondary looks. So given that, if it would have been Ed Reed, I don't think Manny would have ever shenanigans he's pulling, because you see it with Manny with Lashley, because he's holding Lashley back. Lashley's only doing so much, and I think it's because he wanted King to be the guy. So Lashley couldn't open up the offense like he wanted. Just my opinion. I might be wrong. But the eye test tells me that Lashley called those vanilla plays and the stuff that he knew King could handle, because King is in there. He's limited to what he can do because King is limited in what he can do. So you knew, or you had to really suspect, that Manny had influence on that. So if Manny is doing that and having this kind of influence on the staff, can we really say that if it would have been Ed Reed, that Manny he could have tried? But listen, Ed Reed wasn't going for that. And not if he's a coach. You're not gonna back down Ed Reed and rule him like that. And more importantly, Ed Reed ain't gonna go for that. So and Ed Reed is proven. Anytime Bill Belichick, Peyton Manning, they've been on record as saying that Ed Reed is one of the smartest players they have ever had to face. These are Hall of Fame coaches and players saying this. And he's one of the most respected players that ever played the game, one of the most feared. Manny, I don't think Manny pulls those shit with him. And if he tries, it don't happen because Ed ain't going for that.
It's just hard to see him over there on the sidelines and not being able to have an input or a hand on that defense, man. Just knowing how great he was. That's just crazy to me, man. But Josh Ayers says Manny is the captain of the ship, but gonna blame everyone else for the ship sinking. Yes, he does, and he's a big liar in the interviews as well. Yes. Let's go back to Major, man. Major moves a pair. This is SK, my brother. I'm tuned in as far as recruiting. Ja'Cory hasn't wavered. He's still with us. Let's hope he stays. Like I said, I think it's gonna, he is gonna stay.
He is. He's all Miami. He's been putting it on his Twitter, on his IG, and all of that stuff. He's down. And that's what you like to see, because he knows Manny ain't gonna be there. But I don't think he's coming. Manny Daddy has his yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I messed up. Manny's pops, the Orange Bowl is gone. And with Manny, Miami's gone. Let that sink in. Diaz Sr., no more OB. Diaz Jr., the team is gone, imploded just like the OB. Think about it. That's bad.
Yeah. True. I hate to say it, King looks worse.
That's a shot. That's a shot.
You know, J.O., man. You know he gonna take one below the belt all the time, man.
But guess
he
what?
still ain't said nothing about his Dolphins, though, man.
And guess what? I got news for you, Mr. Jeffrey O'Neal. I ain't a Big Ben fan either. I've been wanting him gone for 4 years. So you know what? I ain't mad at you. But guess what? As bad as Big Ben is, 2 and 3 is better than 1 and 4. So how you love that?
Yo, if y'all want to call up, man, the lines are open, man. 404-462-0477. You on UTALK, man. It's a Friday night, man.
It's UTALK, baby. It's UTALK, baby.
Game tomorrow at 3:30, man. What channel is the game being televised on, man? You know? Is it ESPN?
I haven't. I went back to work this week, and I really haven't even
Anybody
looked.
in the chat?
Maybe ABC because it's an afternoon. What
Anybody
time is
in the chat know what channel? It's at 3:30. It's a 3:30 game. Anybody in the chat knows what channel they're televising the game on tomorrow? Put it up, please. And also, man, what's the scope predictions for tomorrow, man? We want to know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we done got drugged by North Carolina, the last 2 years? So, man, what do you guys think, man? What's going to be the outcome of the game tomorrow, man? You know, I'm a Hurricane, man, so I'm going to say, damn, man, I'm going to go ahead and get mine, Larry Frank. I'm going to say 28-21 Miami, man. I'm hoping just because I'm a Cane fan. What you going with, Frank?
I'm going 41. I'm going 41-27 Tar Heels.
I know. I don't want.
I'm a Hurricane fan, and I want them to win. But like I say, man, I'm a realist, man. I mean, it is what it is.
I feel you, bro. I'm gonna still go with my Canes, man. I'm a hope, man. I'm a hope, but like I'm with you too, bro. I mean, we just ain't look good.
The realistic thoughts I have on this game and what I think is going to happen. Number one, it's a bye week, and we know how Manny is after bye week. Team is flat. You've had distractions.
My uncle, man.
Cartoon Network.
Hey, man, get out of here. Shout out to my uncle George Lloyd, man. He won't Paul Florida in the building. Get out of here, man.
ACC Network. All right. Thanks. Hey, thanks, Eric. Thanks, ACC Network. All right. Well, all jokes aside, I just feel Miami's going to be in over their head because, like I said, it's the bye week. We know Manny's track record of bye weeks. If Miami lose, Manny should put itself in. Yeah. I still say somebody need to check Manny emails, man. Something in there, bro. Find something.
You say something. You say we gonna find something, bro.
Something in that email, bro. Find something. Manny didn't talk about something.
It ain't gonna be worse than my coaches. It ain't worse than my coaches.
No, but all we need is something. Just something. You know, inappropriate comments or something like that. Or maybe he broke Sebastian or something like that. I don't know. Something, but I have no reason to believe that Miami is going to win tomorrow. And that's not me being negative. That's not me not being a fan. I'm just going with the trends. I'm going with the trends. I mean, like I said,
they haven't shown anything, bro.
Yeah, you coming off of a bye week. We know how that goes. Right. You've had too much drama. You know, you Manny's been making excuses. Manny's been lying about team chemistry and all of that, saying the locker room is together. You know, you've had the controversy with De'Aaron King and Manny Navarro wrongly reported that Manny knew about the injury or I told him to play or whatever. I don't know. So you had all kind of stuff with that. I just don't see where this team has been focused on football. This team has just had distraction after distraction. You already have the impending coaching change. So Manny can call a furniture moving. Yeah. You got too many distractions. So I mean, I'm just being honest. And the biggest reason why I'm going with North Carolina is like I've been saying. Any proven coach, any coach that has just know-how is gonna outcoach Manny. It's gonna happen. A second year
Brown had his number, man. Like
exactly. Listen, Nick Saban, obviously, I don't even need to reference that. You got that. But let's look at this. App State. First-year head coach. Well, I think he's in his second year, but he's still fresh. Went toe-to-toe, went the distance with Manny. Okay? Mel Tucker, second-year head coach.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
He almost wiped all of his players off of his roster the first year, didn't he?
Yes. He's got 40 new players on his roster. Okay? embarrassed them. Central Connecticut State don't count. Okay? Virginia, Bronco Mendenhall, another coach that's been in the game for a long time, was able to do it. Mac Brown, been in the game a long time. He's going to do it again. And that's the measuring stick. That's how I pretty much look at how this stuff is going to play out. Whatever coaches we go against, that Manny goes against, if it's a guy, especially a guy that's been tenured for a while, it's an L. Soon as they get out of warm-ups, it's an L. Because Manny's over his head.
Listen, man, I'm so sick of this guy, Jeffrey O'Neal, our brother, man. You know, I still ain't heard him say anything yet. Him or Cuban Kane about their Dolphins, bro. Tell me, Latrell, Sigmund, somebody, Josh Ayers, man. Why these guys ain't talking about they 1-4 Dolphins? My Uncle George, the same thing, man. He's a Dolphin fan. And I ain't heard nobody say nothing about their squad, man. No, I mean, so what? The Dolphins ain't in the NFL no more, Larry Frank, because they 1-4. I'm just trying to see, man, why they own our Raiders and why they own our Steelers, bro.
Well, I'm like this. We got the Sunday night game, so we're on national television, but we're taking on a team. Russell Westbrook, or Wilson, rather. I'm thinking of your Lakers, man. Russell Wilson is hurt. He's
Lakers,
out.
Cuban Kane, them Lakers.
And while we talking basketball, guess what? I could actually be happy this year because I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I can actually get in this mix.
I think y'all gonna do a little something this year, man. I like the Bean,
DeRozan.
I like DeRozan, and you got your other boy too, man. You got Ball over there with you now, man. You got Lonzo out there with you, don't you? You got Lonzo. Yeah. You got your nice.
We got a
nice
squad.
Little triple three right there. Yeah, I like that.
We got us a squad. So, like I say, I mean, listen, I'm feeling good. I mean, they look good in the preseason thus far. Unlike some other team I know that's on the West Coast that lost 5 straight. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm just saying.
Hey, no, say it. Let them know. Let them know.
That super team y'all got, all them people y'all done signed and brought out of retirement, and people out the old folks home y'all done put together.
We ain't worried about it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be seeing something different. Hey, the regular season about to start now. Preseason is over.
Right.
I'm bite, Larry Frank. Go on and say it. I want to hear you talk about my team.
I'm gonna say this much for the LeBron. For the people that believe LeBron is the GOAT, I'm gonna say this. Not you. I know how you feel, but I'm saying there's many of them that feel he's the GOAT. And I'm gonna say this. If
Cuban
LeBron,
him and your boy George Diaz, they love LeBron. Go ahead.
Here you go. Like really? Ain't you still got Udonis Haslem? You want to talk about people came out of retirement? He need to go in retirement.
Right.
That man been playing since Saved by the Bell wasn't even in syndication. Man, Saved by the Bell was on every Saturday. Now Udonis Haslem was playing for them Heat.
Look at Jeffrey O'Neal talking about Bam down there with the Miami Heat. They terrible.
Who is Bam? Bam
Adebayo. Bam, Adebayo. He like Adebayo.
Ain't nobody worrying about the Miami Heat, man. Who is the Miami Heat, man? You got to the NBA Finals a few years ago in that little charity bubble title game and all of that stuff. That didn't count. First round exit. I mean, like I say, it don't matter. But now, like I was about to say, for the LeBron lovers out there, he will not, if he does not take this team to a title, GOAT conversation is over.
It ain't even no GOAT conversation if he do, man. I still say it's like I've been saying, it's Michael Jordan, it's Kobe Bryant, and it's everybody else after that, man. Like I say, I don't even have it. I mean, and nobody still don't want to talk about all of the great players that this man done played with, man. I'm sorry, man. Like I said, I stand by that. Shout out to my boy Eric Brown too. Miami Hurricanes. Y'all need to put our boy
put that number in the rafters.
Number up in the rafters, man. Number 32. It should be retired, man. Eric Brown. What's up, big bro? What it do? Shout out to Melvin Bratton too. Talk to his crazy ass today. What up, Melvin Bratton MB? Big dog. What's going on, man?
But look, I want to, just to get back on Miami for a hot second. Right now you're sitting at 2-3. Last time the Bulls won something too. Hey man, I know. Hey, you ain't telling me nothing I don't know, man. Listen, I'm what? I'm 44 years old. The last time the Bulls won, I was 21. That was in 98. And I'm gonna tell you something. Tom Thibodeau messed us up. Tom Thibodeau messed us up because Derrick Rose, we were on our way. Oh man.
You heard it.
Six still more than
point,
3.
though,
That's
man.
all I'm gonna say. 6 still more
Check
than
out
3.
SK, man, on this one right here, man. Whoever airs the team will be getting some nice talent with Miami talking about.
Absolutely.
They definitely will, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's why I say, it's still too early to tell. Because not only do you have to look at who's available, you also have to look at the way that the administration is going to approach this. Now that they've been put on Front Street by Kirk Herbstreit and ESPN, and now it's all eyes on them from a national standpoint as far as how they operate and do things. I think they're pressed that they have to actually make a good hire. They have to actually make a pretty good hire because the fan base, we knew it, but now the media didn't let everybody know it. So I think Blake James, I think it's a little heat on him maybe. I'm not going to say his seat is hot, but I think he's been warmed up a little bit because he's been called out. He's been called out. So yeah. So I know Julio Frank came out and gave a statement. We support the football program. Yeah, whatever. You just saying that to get the heat off of you and put it back on Blake. But at the end of the day, because as long as the university is successful and that graduation rate is high and everybody's doing good things, Frank, he's not even a factor, because that's just the way it is, But at the end of the day, this next hire, the administration has to get it right. Blake James has to get it right because I do believe not right now with Manny, but I think if he misses on this next hire and it's another blunder like it has been, I think Blake doesn't survive after the next coach. So I think they're actually going to, for his sake, he's going to get it right.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You got anything else, man, for tonight, man? I think everybody done got out what they wanted to say. The hater Cuban Kane. I think everybody done said what they want to say. Jeffrey O'Neal. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You got anything else for us, man, before we get ready for Miami versus North Carolina tomorrow, big dog?
No, man. I'm just gonna, see how it turns out. I'm gonna just see how the trends go. We doing a recap tomorrow after the game or what?
Let's see how it go, man. I don't want to say yeah.
I don't
want to say no.
I know what that means.
You been carrying Jeffrey O'Neal. Let's see how it go, Josh Aaron. Let's see how it go tomorrow, man. I don't want to really say right now. We'll see, man. Oh, Josh Aaron say, man, what's up with the Luke Fickell talk, man?
Okay, yes. Good bringing that up. Yeah. Here's the thing about Luke Fickell. Luke Fickell, he's done a great job at Cincinnati, obviously. He's not a bad choice. I'm not against that because he has had some experience. He came from Ohio State, so he comes from a winning program. He's got that pedigree. He's coached at Cincinnati. He's had a pretty good record, pretty good track record over there. I'm with that. His contract is something that's very, very workable. You can actually get Luke Fickell and probably compete with that, with whatever the contract demands it would be. I'm not against that. So I can see it. The problem is USC is going to go after him as well. And even though he isn't tops on LSU's list, I think LSU would probably have him on their list as well because the list of guys they're going to go after, they have to hit a home run as well. Scott Woodward, the AD at LSU, he didn't make the Ed Ogeron hire. He came in after, but he doesn't like Ed Ogeron. So he just puts up with Ed Ogeron. So Luke is going to be a hot commodity, but don't be surprised if Luke stays at Cincinnati. I'm going to tell you why. Ohio State's coach, Ryan Day. Nobody's talking about him right now. Now, I know they're number 6 in the country, but you just lost to Oregon. You got blown out in the national championship game. Ohio State is not, in my opinion, what they perceive themselves to be.
They're not.
Don't be surprised if Luke Fickell because he had a pretty okay interim record at Ohio State. Don't be surprised if Luke Fickell ain't going to stay at Cincinnati waiting on Day to leave and Ohio State comes calling. Don't be surprised. That's something that I think is a strong possibility. But I'm not against it. If they were to offer him and give him the bag, whatever they can give, and he would come down, he brings discipline. And you can look on his face, he's serious about football, and he knows what he's doing. And he's working with talent up there. He don't have a lot, but what he has, he's maximizing it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You're good. I was just gonna ask. Okay, everybody's talking about the coaches that they want, and they want to throw coaches around. But what are 3 things that you want out of a head coach, man? Because I got my 3, man. I need somebody that can recruit, no X's and O's, and that is coached in the Power 5. That's what I want. What are the 3 things that you would be looking for in the next head coach that we hire? What do you want to see?
I'm with you on the first one because you absolutely need a coach that can recruit. I'm with you on your third one, somebody that's coached in Power 5. But what I want, not just somebody that's coached in Power 5, I'm looking for a level of consistency, successful consistency. I'm looking for a coach. I'll take a group. If you're a group of 5 coach and you successfully had a run of conference championships, you're not a one-hit wonder. Remember how Norvell at Memphis? Yeah, see, and Miami can match that. 3.7 mil, Miami can match that. Remember how Norvell at Memphis had that one good year?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? Florida State bid on it, right?
They came to run it, right?
They came and they went after it. Remember Scott Frost, Mr. Undefeated?
Yep.
We're the real national champs at UCF?
Well, UCF, yeah.
Okay. One good year?
One good year, right.
Look what happened at Nebraska. You see what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying about that guy. Everybody talking about the dude from Coastal Carolina. I just don't think that'll be a good hire. That's just me.
Well, he's had a couple of good years.
But look at the conference that he's playing in. I guess would that carry over as far as recruiting? Could he recruit in a Power 5 conference? I mean, do you think that he could do what he's doing
if you
at a
look
program
at,
like Miami?
If you look at the ACC as it is right now, the ACC is as wide open and for the taking as it will ever be because, Clemson is irrelevant. Like, has anybody heard from Clemson ever since those last couple of losses?
Right.
They're irrelevant. Florida State is irrelevant. I mean, when your top 2 teams in the ACC on either side, you got Wake Forest on the Atlantic side and Pitt on our side. When you have those top 2 teams in the ACC and pretty much the ACC is irrelevant, this is a wide open conference. So at the end of the day, I think if you get a guy like No, J.O., no.
See, I'm with you, J.O., but see, Larry Frank, this is where me and Larry Frank bump heads at.
No.
He don't like Butch Davis because he said that's just a short-term answer. I want Butch Davis. I'm with you too, man. If Mike Brown over there kicking tail still, man, at 90 years old, bring me Butch back, Larry Frank Jr. Give me Butch Davis. Give me Butch back, man, Larry Frank. Give me Butch. Give me Butch. Go ahead, Larry.
You get Butch Davis. You're going to get a guy that's 70 years old, past his prime. The game
he ain't no older than Mike Brown, Larry Frank.
And Mac Brown ain't doing nothing. What is Mac Brown doing at North Carolina? He ain't doing nothing. Mac Brown, the only thing Mac Brown is doing is being Manny's daddy. He's showing
you think that Mike Brown is a better coach than Butch Davis? No, you don't. No, you don't, Larry Frank. No, you don't. Don't even try. You don't, Larry Frank.
I had to think about it.
I know you.
I had to think about it. No. Mac Brown is not a better coach than Butch Davis, obviously. But the game has changed. College football has changed. The era in which these guys,
69, man.
The era in which these guys coach and the era in which these guys were great is no more. The NIL, and everything that's going on social media, these guys didn't have to deal with that. And if it comes down to a lot of these factors, I just don't see these guys being able to be successful at Miami anymore. Butch, to me, like I said, Butch has done nothing. Butch went what last year? 8-5? I think he was 8-5 on the year.
But look where he's at. So you telling me that what y'all call him the UCF?
I'm sorry, not Butch. I'm sorry, not Butch. Mac Brown, I meant to say. He went 8-5?
I don't know what Mike Brown was last year.
I think he was 8-5. Mack Brown has not had a good record. He hasn't done anything stellar at North Carolina. The reason why people get so enamored with Mack Brown is two reasons. One, because Mack Brown has dominated Miami since he got to North Carolina, but that's just the Canes fans looking at it from that angle. The second reason is because Larry Fedora was so bad at the end, and then everybody's looking at Mack Brown's resume and his track record, having been a national championship winning coach at Texas. And you're looking at the numbers that Howell put up, but he had talent around him. I think North Carolina is 3-3 right now. They're 500. So, yeah, they're not. No, I'm not. No. I don't want no
we need some new blood. So here's my thing.
That's what
y'all say new blood. So Manny was new blood. So y'all telling me that we can hire the used car salesman, but y'all don't think that Butch Davis can come in and do a better job than what we got down there right now? That's all I'm saying. Manny was new blood. What happened to Manny? I'm just saying.
Manny wasn't new blood. Manny was basically a knee-jerk reaction to
Stella. Anybody would have jumped ship, man, if they'd have had the opportunity to go to the NFL. You got to go get that bag. You got to go get that bag, Lachella. Come on.
I agree. And you know what? In honor of Josh Ayers for making such a great comment, keep that picture up. I agree.
You agree with what?
I agree with what
because he went to the NFL to go get the money just like any other coach would do. You only going to get that opportunity once. That comes along. Maybe twice, but once, man. He had to go get the bag, Latrella. Come on. And Larry Frank, you would have went and got the bag too. You would have went and got it.
Not every coach did it. Bob Stoops was offered the NFL many times, and he never went. He stayed at Oklahoma.
But okay, that's one exception. Let's look up. But how many coaches college though, Frank? You know them boys going to get the bag. Most of them.
Lincoln Riley was offered. He was offered the Cowboys job.
Not yet. He going. He going eventually.
He got a good thing at Oklahoma. Nope. He got a good thing at Oklahoma. He ain't going nowhere. And Oklahoma about to go to the SEC. They about to get that revenue. They're about to get that piece of that SEC revenue. If Butch is 1-11, it's only hey, facts. Big facts. But no, Butch. See, I told you Josh was gonna roll with that. I told you.
Ain't nobody think about Josh. Shout out to my boy, 504 boy, Louisiana in the building. New Orleans in the building, man. Shout out to my boy, 504 boy. That's my dog right now.
Hold up. 504 bull. This is something I'm gonna do that only 504 Louisiana boys gonna know. So 504 bull, this just for you. Wow. That's all I gotta say. He gonna know what that means. That's a Louisiana thing right there. I'm gonna leave it at that. But
hey, and 504, you're right. Spurrier went too. Spurrier went and got the bag. I'm just saying, man. They mad at Butch because he went and got the bag, man. Like all of them do, man. But I'm saying before Butch left, Butch was on top, man. He was on top down there at Miami, Larry Frank. He was on top.
Butch. I'm not
my mama, man. Oh, thank you, sweetie. You gave me a don't know, man. Thank you, mama, for the don't know, lady. We appreciate you, baby. Love you, mama. Love you dearly. Love you. Thank you, sweetness.
Butch.
Man, get out of here, man. Man, I shouldn't even put his man. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna tell you real quick for that before we get
back to our girl, man. The queen of UTALK, man. We gotta salute her, man. My girl, man. Latrell Stoudemire. Thank you, sweetness, for the don't know.
They would have had two.
Okay, then, Latrella. So stop hating on him, man, because he had to go get his money. I'm just saying, before he left, tell Larry Frank that too. He would have had two, Larry Frank. He'd have had two.
He would have had two. Because he had 0-1, and I'm pretty sure that he'd have did some things better than what Coker did in that national championship game. We sure wouldn't have let Ohio State back in it. That's for sure. It wouldn't have been no Terry Porter cheating us at the end. Yeah, he would never let that go.
Oh, I still have nightmares about that, bro.
Every time,
real, man.
Every time I see it on ESPN Classic or go look at it on YouTube, I'm sitting up there, and we know how it's gonna end, right? Why I'm sitting up there like a fool, like this ain't gonna happen. We're gonna win this. And all I can hear is Dan Fouts, the two words heard around the world. Bad call. Like we all know it. So, but yeah, nah, man. I'm not mad at Butch for going and get the bag when he did. You do what you got to do. My thing is, I think at this point in the game has passed Butch by. The game is different.
What I'm saying. How can y'all say that though? With Manny, we gave the equipment manager a job, Larry Frank.
Because that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Basically, I'm gonna tell you what happened with that.
But we got people telling us that we need to let him learn on the job. Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what they tell us?
That's what they were saying. In other words, it's like this. That was the case because at the time, if Manny had the first year 6 and 7 with the losses to FIU, Duke, and Louisiana Tech, all right,
I agree, Josh.
We'll give you that. That's a pass. Let me see what he said. Really comes down to this. An AD realized how important football in Miami and hire a coach who runs the program like a military. So, yep, that's true. The thing about the mistake with Manny was this. You can give him a pass on the first year. The first year, yes, that's every coach gets a pass on the first year. You can say, okay, he's going to learn. Now, he went ahead, changed the offensive coordinator. But now it's starting to look like it wasn't Enos. It was him. Because Enos is doing his thing at West Virginia.
Maryland, right?
Maryland. I'm sorry, Maryland.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you bring in Lashley. It seems to me that Manny is the problem. And he's masking himself as the problem. He changes this position. He changes that position. He gets this guy out of here, gets that guy out of here. And what does he do? He brings somebody else in. All to fool us. Okay? Now, if he was legit and his team was getting better, you can deal with that. If he'd have did what Dabo did at Clemson, Dabo, I think, only won like 6 games one season in the beginning. But what happened? He parlayed that. Exactly. Right on cue. Right on cue. So at the end of the day, yes, you give him an opportunity. But in year 3, this is where you're supposed to start turning the corner. In year 3, you know if you're going to get better or you know if it ain't going to get better. And right now in year 3, we know it ain't going to get better. So, yeah, I agree with you. Manny shouldn't have got that job. The only reason Manny got that job was because the athletic department did what they always do. They wanted a cheap coach, and they figured that a guy coming from Mark Richt's tree, who happened to be the architect of that defense and that turnover chain defense in 2017, was going to be the difference. And it blew up in their face. So I get it. I truly get it. But in all actuality, get him out of here too. But definitely not Butch. Not Butch.
Listen, I would advocate for Butch. Like I said, Butch I thought he did a decent job down at FIU, considering the fact that he had a lack of talent. I think if he had those type of players that we have on Miami, I think that he would be better suited than what Manny's doing.
So let me ask you this. All right.
Now.
I want to see. All right, I'm going to ask you this. If it came down to your final 2 candidates, Butch or Mike Locksley, who you taking?
Mike Locksley. I'm taking Mike Locksley.
But you want Butch though?
No, but see, no. Listen though, son. I'm talking about Butch. I say that, but see, I get what you're saying. If I got the opportunity to get somebody like a Locksley or like, I told you, I like my boy over there at Liberty. I like Freeze. That's my guy. If I can get one of them guys, yes, man. But I don't know, man. I'm a Butch Davis guy, man. I'm just saying, but those guys, like you said, you got to go new blood. What y'all call it, Josh? New blood. Give me one of those guys right there because I like the way they rolling right now. They recruiting real good, and I just think that they know X's and O's. Those are my type of coaches, man. I like both of them guys.
All right. You talking new blood. Let's go old blood then. Butch Davis or Art Browse?
See, there you go. I'm going to take Art, man. Listen, no, man. I'm going to take.
Got him. Where my boy Welvin at? Got him.
Hey, man, I'm gonna take Art, man. I'm gonna take Art, man. I like Art Browse too. What's up, Sigmund? Maybe
the tweet for this game: if Manny lose, Ed takes over as head coach for the rest of the year. Hey, look,
boy, it's almost like you. I ain't gonna even say what I'm gonna say. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna say this much because I've seen the. Lord. I know somebody's about to get angry when I say this, but
he got me 504. He got me because he know me, man. I can't believe he put me on the spot like that on the arrow, man. He got me. Go ahead, bro.
Ed Reed should not be considered as a head coach now. Let Ed Reed actually go coach somewhere, cut his teeth in the coaching game, and then come back. I've seen other channels. I ain't gonna say the name, but we all know one person that really feels Ed Reed should be given the head coaching position. And this person has said it because he said because Ed Reed is going to bring discipline and he's going to really teach him and this and that. I don't doubt that. Ed Reed will definitely bring those dynamics to practice and bring those elements to the team. I get that. The problem that I have with Ed Reed being a head coach is after you have the discipline and everything in practice that you brought and you get in an in-game situation, you are going against other guys who have been doing this for a long time. If Ed Reed is on the sidelines as a head coach in game one against Alabama, does anybody think that Ed Reed beats Nick Saban just because of how great of a player Ed Reed was and what he brings to the dynamic of practice?
But you wouldn't give it, you wouldn't, but and I'm asking you, you don't think that Ed Reed would bring in he would be open-minded versus not being stubborn like the coach that we got right now, to put the right coaching staff around him to be able to listen to other people's ideas but his, like our coach that we got right now?
Ed Reed would definitely bring in the right people and bring the right system and bring in just the right element around the team. There's no doubt about that because Ed Reed loves Miami. I don't doubt his love. I don't doubt his effort that he would put in. I just feel like it's too soon because it's a lot of stuff in coaching. You got to go learn. And I know that might sound strange because this is Ed Reed we talking about, but it's one thing when you're playing that safety position and you've had a Hall of Fame career and you've done this and you've done that. Now you got to transition to being a coach. Now you got to actually run the practice. You got to come up with the game plan. You got to deal with locker room issues. You got to deal with issues with different coaches. You got to deal with recruiting. You got to deal with fundraisers and stuff with the athletic department. You got to deal with the politics. It's a whole bunch of other things that you have to deal with as a head coach that you don't deal with as being a great player. And that's why I say, let Ed Reed pull a Deion. Go to another program. If you can get a head coaching job, just like Eddie George went to Tennessee State, go to another program. Get a job. One of those FCS programs or even a lower level group of 5 program may give you a shot. Go there and start coaching. And if you have success after 2-3 years, whenever the next coaching search would be, then put your name in the hat. I'm not against that. To see the way Deion's doing it, Deion's going to be at Florida State. That's Florida State's next coach.
I think that if Norvell wasn't there right now, Deion would probably be there. I mean, I wouldn't.
But they turned Deion down now. Deion wanted to coach Florida State for this last hire after Taggart, and they turned him down. They said no. So see, that's why I give Deion credit, because Deion said, okay, I'm gonna show you. I know I can coach, but you don't believe I can coach, and I respect what you believe, but I'm gonna show you why you should have hired me. So he goes to Jackson State, and like we was talking yesterday on the phone when I told you, Deion at Jackson State just had 200 recruits, hosted 200 recruits at Jackson State. Where do you see 200 recruits at an HBCU? Deion's doing it. So, and the thing about it, Deion's showing you how it's done. Cause look at that staff Deion got. I think he's got Sapp on the staff. Sapp was on D-line coach. Who was the wide receiver coach? But no, it wasn't T.O. I don't think it was T.O. Was it?
No, it wasn't T.O.
It was a high profile receiver from the NFL. I can't think of who it was, but he had a pretty good staff. He put a good staff together, and his approach. I look at the videos of him, the pregame speeches. I look at him in game. I look at what he's doing. I look at post game. Deion's built to coach. Deion is built to be a leader of men. Remember they talked about that with Gruden with the emails? How can you say that type of stuff and be a leader of men? Deion is proving what it's like and what you need to do to be a leader of men.
But you don't think that Ed Reed could come down there? You think that he has to go somewhere else to be able to prove that? You don't think that he can come in and do that right now?
He would have some success, but I think Ed Reed would probably max out at 8, maybe 9 wins a year. And the way this program is, I don't want to see him become a coach, actually do decent, get to 8, 9 wins, and then have the fan base turn on him. Because at the end of the day, when you lose that one game, you know how our fan base is. They don't care who you are. You lose that one game, they turn on you. And once they turn on you and they don't want you no more and they get rid of you, you're exiled. So that's why I don't want Ed Reed to become a head coach now. Go perfect your craft. If you want to be a head coach, and he said he wants to coach, go coach. Perfect your craft. Get your stock up. Get your weight up. And then if the opportunity presents itself, come go for it. And if it works out, great. That's the best way to do it. I would hate to see Ed Reed become a head coach, and after 3, 4 years, he could be over 500. But what happens if he never wins the ACC, never makes the playoff? They're gonna call for his head, and now that legacy of Ed Reed is forever tarnished because he got the job too soon. All because of some things he may have had to learn and perfect before he got this job. Exactly. There you go. Just what I said. He's been doing it for years.
Yeah, but I think Ed Reed, if we had the opportunity to bring him in, I just don't think you pass on somebody like an Ed Reed. I mean, because he's been there. I think that he knows the culture. And I just think that you can't allow him just not to. I would rather take him, somebody that's been there and that has done it at the highest level, before you bring in some of these other guys. That's just me.
So let me ask you this.
I would say give him a burn.
Let me ask you this, hypothetically speaking. Let's say Ed Reed does get an opportunity. He does come in. And let's say Ed Reed year 1 goes 8-4, loses a bowl game. Let's say year 2 goes 9-3, wins a bowl game. Let's say third year regresses to 7-5, injuries or whatever, loses a bowl game. Would you still want him to be coach after 3 years and barely over 500 record with 1 and 2 losses in bowl games?
It just depends. It depends on if he's recruiting at a high level, and it depends on how we losing those games. Are we being competitive or not? Okay. I mean, right now we're not even close. I mean, recruiting down, play calling, coaches. I don't know what the hell Manny got going on right now, but that would be my thing. It just depends.
This is what I would say if you would let Ed Reed take over, if he could somehow become the head coach. Because he's a great football mind, go out there, find you the absolute best option for an OC. Somebody that's gonna revolutionize.
If he put together a good coaching staff, would you be opposed to it? That's all I'm saying. If he put the right people around him, would you be opposed to it?
I would not. I would not. I would. Yes. I would be watching. Definitely be watching Sean Taylor. Yes, no doubt about it. No doubt. That was my dude. If you get the right OC, you get the right position coaches, you get the defense, and I mean, defense should be a specialty, obviously, and especially the DBs. We shouldn't be getting burnt. If you can put all that together, and you're the CEO, and you're really doing the job as the CEO of the team, and you're letting the coaches coach, and in the coaches meeting, y'all are like, okay, guys, this week we got Clemson. This is what we need to do. And the coaches can go out there and maximize. I'm not against it. But my fear is that if he does get somehow, hypothetically speaking, let's say he would get the job and he doesn't cut the mustard, and in 4 years you replace him, Ed Reed can never come back. Because would he come back if he gets exiled? He's alumni, but would he come back? And this dude right here. Go back to that other comment. I want to highlight that other comment. Missed it. I was looking at it.
About segment?
Yeah, I was just saying for the rest of the year. I'm not against it, because if you have an interim coach, that's the thing about an interim coach. And I'm gonna tell you something. That would be a good opportunity to see if Ed Reed can cut his teeth at coaching. Because let's say after Game 6 tomorrow you lose, and let's say they happen to can them. Okay, you got 6 games to go. If in them final 6 games Ed Reed goes 5-1, 4-2, now you got some serious consideration. You got to take that into serious consideration. If that team plays better, you already know Ed's going to be a damn good recruiter. Because if you're a top-notch player and Ed Reed walks in your living room, how can you say no?
You're right, Eric. Mark. Yes, let the coaches coach. That's not happening now.
That's
you are
it.
absolutely right. And that's what I've been saying. You know, we know that Manny is ahead of the ship, but he's not letting these guys coach. If you done watch T-Rob coach before, this is not T-Rob's defensive backfield, man. And this is what I've been saying for the longest as well, man. Good comment, bro.
Yeah, he hit the nail on the head, and that's Manny's downfall. Manny's downfall is his ego. His ego is he wants to call the shots. He wants this team, if it's good, he wants to get all the credit. That's what maniacs and narcissists do. End of the day, Manny has shown when he has to step up to the plate, he can't. Best thing Manny has done is recruit the past 2 years. Yeah, and right now it's not looking so hot the way this recruiting class is starting to unfold.
I'm sure right.
So it goes back to what you said earlier, Cuban. He's being sabotaged. So, like I say, man, Manny effed this thing up so bad, it's just unreal. And I don't think it's no coming back. I really believe this team is giving up. Now, you remember after Al Golden, when Larry Scott took over, how that team was energized? I think you'll get a similar thing with Ed Reed. If Ed Reed becomes head coach, would he bring in former Canes players, position coaches?
I think that would be great, Josh Ayers, because a lot of the guys, from what I'm hearing, allegedly wants to help right now, but can't, because we have a certain head coach that won't allow the guys to help. So
you ain't gotta be nice. Don't be nice. Ain't a certain head coach. Manny don't want him on the sideline. Call it
right.
Manny don't want him on the sideline.
He don't even want him on the sideline, Josh. So we know this to be these are fights. So the guys want to help, but like Larry Frank just said, his ego, man. He won't allow him to.
It would depend. Frank. It would depend. Like getting back to that comment, it would depend who your options are at different positions. I mean, listen, I see every day the unrealistic. Listen, Ray Lewis is not going to have anything to do with Miami football. Yes, he's alum, but Ray Lewis is making more money on television, and Ray Lewis is commercial. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I love Ray, but Ray is not going to partake in coaching at Miami. He don't have to.
Let me address Cuban Kane. I'm not talking about their entire defense. I'm talking about his cornerbacks, the way they play aggressive. He's the defensive backs coach. And I'm talking about the guys that he's put in the NFL, the defensive backs. That's what I'm talking about T-Rob. As far as the way that he coaches his defensive backs, they play more aggressive.
If Ed comes out and wins, the big expectation would be he needs to get his feet wet. He can't outcoach Sabins and Dabos right now. Got to learn how to run program. And you see, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And that ain't no disrespect to Ed. That's just how I feel, because my thing is I don't want to see Ed Reed not achieve what the fan base wants and essentially gets canned. Because if you can Ed Reed, just like Randy Shannon, everybody loves Randy Shannon. But what can Randy Shannon come back here after the way he was done?
Hell no.
He can't come back. And before I see one of our greats not be able to come back, I would rather not see them get put in a position that'll result in that. What do you guys think Manny was thinking when Alonzo was in town for a few days? Manny's scared of Alonzo. Manny's scared of Alonzo.
He know his day's number.
Yeah, Manny's scared of Alonzo. That's why Ed Reed got the CEO position, the chief of staff or whatever. Alonzo was supposed to get that position. Alonzo was actually going to be given, as we all know. Manny didn't want that. Why? Because Alonzo was going to hold your feet to the fire. And at the end of the day, we know how Alonzo rolls. Manny ain't going to talk that yin-yang to Alonzo, and Alonzo ain't having it. I promise you, after Michigan State, it's a heated conversation between Alonzo and Manny if Alonzo is the chief of staff.
Look at you guys. Hey, man, anything else, man, we finna get ready to wrap it up, man. So, and to get ready for tomorrow, man, Larry Frank, man, Miami versus North Carolina, big dog. Final score prediction again, Larry Frank. What you got?
I got 41-27, but I got Sam Howell on my fantasy team, so I'm
looking for him to light it up.
Let's just say I ain't gonna be upset. I ain't gonna be upset if he does. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I ain't gonna, but I got Restrepo. I got Restrepo on as a reserve. So you know what? Hey, man.
You got Xavier.
Let's go X.
You got the X-Man.
Yeah, but no, 41-27. Look at this dude,
I got 28.
man.
I got 28-21. Latrell, say something before we get out of here, please.
Yeah, please do. Please.
I can't get out of here until you say something, Latrell. Say something. Say bye something, Latrell, man, so I can shut Josh up, man. Where you at, Latrell? We ain't got out of here yet.
Boy,
no, Josh, she might be gone, man. We ain't heard from Latrell in a while, man. She might probably have signed off on
Might as well be excited about that because your Dolphins show ain't going. No, he's a Jets fan, huh?
Yeah, he like the Jets, man. Josh like
I wouldn't even
Jets,
say
man.
that. I wouldn't even say that.
He ain't no worse than Cuban Kane and Jeffrey O'Neal, though, man. He ain't no worse than them sorry Dolphins, man. And then Jeffrey O'Neal had to. There she go. They go to Queen of Utah. If they let FSU beat them, and we go.
I honestly think FSU is going to win that game because I truly believe. I've been telling everybody when I'm talking with my coworkers and friends, and we talk football, and they talking about if we're going to beat. I'm like, nah, because they playing for Bobby. And the sad part is we supposed to be playing for Schnellenberger.
Pretty much, right. Both of them
It's going to be horrible.
Yeah.
Because notice, Florida State is getting better. That's what people are not seeing. Florida State is the last 2 weeks, and they just beat Carolina, and they put it on them. They're starting they had that slow start, but that's a rivalry game. It's in Tallahassee. Miami done took 4 straight. They playing for Bobby, and we got Manny. Now you tell me who got the advantage.
That's true. The UTALK family, it's been real. All love, man, on a Friday night, man. We want you guys, man, like I say. I don't know tomorrow yet. We'll say. I'll let you guys know, man, if we going live right after the game tomorrow night, man. I'll put something up to let everybody know. You'll see, man, once we go live, man. So let's go, Josh.
Appreciate you.
This was a great show tonight for real. Insight and some laugh. Hey, man, always, man. This is our family, man. This is our show. This is you guys' show. Alonzo, too outspoken. SK said, man, thank you guys. I'm going to go back, man, and we're going to go out on this, man. We love all of you guys, man. And it was a joy, man, to see Larry Frank back with us, man. Let's give him a round of applause again before we get out of here, man. It's been a long month for my brother, man. So happy to see you back, brother, man. Welcome back, man. We love
you. Thank you.
So, man, like I say, you guys, man, tomorrow, man, I'll let you guys know what's up, man. Y'all know I'm a sole loser, man. So we'll see how everything go, man. So, Larry Frank, man, going to give some departing words, and let's get on out of here for the night, big dog.
Yeah, well, like I said at the onset of the show, man, once again, I can't thank everybody enough for your thoughts and your prayers and your condolences. Like I said, that's really what helped me and my family get through a very tough phase. Like I tell D all the time, man, this right here, this is therapy for me. This, even when things ain't going bad, man, I look forward to this. I love talking Miami football. I love talking sports. I love joking. I just love kicking it with the UTALK family. And I cannot thank you guys enough for the love and support and condolences and prayers that you sent my way. I know my pops used to like to watch the show. I know my pops was proud of the show. And man, he was proud of me. And I know he's up there right now just looking down like, look at my boy. So much love to all of y'all, and thank y'all for supporting me.
And most definitely, y'all, we coming up on our 2-year anniversary, man, that we started our show. And I want to thank all of you guys, man, that done been with me from day one, man, when we started with, 5 people in the chat. You guys have stuck with us, man. Close to 10,000 subscribers now, man. We have views sometime up to 20,000 per show, man. 7,000, 8,000, man. So thank all of you guys, man. All of you guys for, the donations, all of you guys from day one, man. Thank you guys for sticking with us. And we're going to continue to grow the show, man. We love everybody, man. So y'all enjoy the rest of your night, man. And we're gonna get ready for tomorrow night, man. Well, tomorrow 3:30 game. I think they said it's on the ACC network. So
yeah,
Miami versus North Carolina, man. You know, so y'all know how we start every show, and y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us without you, baby. And we got. Good night, everybody, man. We love y'all, man. It's UTALK, man. Shout out to Larry Frank. What it do?
It's UTALK, baby. It's UTALK, baby.